There goes the Grove Hostel shuttle heading up the winding Stair Gap. Stayed at Franklin, took a 0 there. Ate at the Junior Chop House the first night we were there. It was really good. Second day we ate at the China King, amazing. The Grove Hostel really took care of us. Something really cool happened last night. One of the hikers that came in yesterday had a 25th birthday. So the hostel brought in cake and ice cream for everybody, and nothing better than a celebration. So had a really good time there in Franklin, but it's time to move on down the trail. You can tell it's cold when the rhododendron leaves are drooping and all curled up. The top of the mountain's driving in, covered in frost. But the sunlight's out, should be warming up soon. Have base camp and money heading up the mountain over there. Liberty Risk didn't go into town with us. He moved on up the trail, so we may or may not see him later. There's base camp, and I've named his bag Legend. It deserves a trail name too. It's putting in the work. Further up we go, the colder it's getting up into the wind now. Up there is Siler Bald. Here on top of Siler Bald. A little bit windy, really chilly, a lot of frosty, but beautiful. Wow. It's pretty spectacular up here. It is trying to warm up on this side of the mountain. The back side of the mountains are still icy, snowy, cold, windy. It's nice and warm where we're at right now. It's a nice little campsite we stayed at last year, about 1.5 miles from Wayah. Met a couple of fantastic people coming out of there. So, really had an enjoyable day that day. And so far today's turning out pretty wonderful. So, stepped on that rock and it shot mud out all over my leg. Ha ha ha. Good stuff. Gonna line up for the foot. Leaving Wayah bald. It's an awesome stop. I thought it'd be a lot colder up there, but we were on the back side of the tower and stayed plenty warm while we ate some lunch. It's about 2 o'clock. We have about 6 miles to the shelter we're going for, which would put us at about over 15 miles for the day. And it should take about 3 hours to get there. Should be getting pretty chilly by the time we get there. It's going to be a kind of a cold setup. Cook supper, get in the blankets type of deal. As I was leaving Wayah bald, I said goodbye to base camp. Hopefully he'll be able to push the 6 miles up here to the shelter, but he wasn't sure if he wanted to. He's got a package being delivered later to the knock and doesn't need to get there real quick, so I completely understand, but I sure will miss having him around. Got a little bit over a mile left to the shelter we're staying at. That'll be 15.8 miles for the day. It's about 700 foot ascent up that mountain over the next mile, which don't seem too bad, except for we've already climbed Siler's bald, Wayah bald, and another mountain between there and here, so starting to feel it. Here we are.